Today we are going to talk about one such brand and their filter. We are going to talk about Aquael Ultramax series of filters. Welcome to the beautiful world of nature and its balance. Hello friends, after a long time I welcome you all back to my channel. 2020 has been a very difficult year for every one of us. But for aquarium hobby and hobbyist, there are a couple of good things that happen in 2020. One such thing is that we have started getting quality products from Europe and many other parts of the world which were otherwise probably not available in India. Today we are going to talk about one such brand and their filter. We are going to talk about Aquael Ultramax series of filters. So Aquael is 100% made in Poland first of all, and the Ultramax series is their professional canister filter series. In India currently we have 3 models of Ultramax available. That's Ultramax 1000, 1500 and 2000. 1000, 1500 and 2000 is nothing but the flow rate of the filter. And today particularly we are going to have a look at the Ultramax 2000 canister filter. To quickly talk about this canister filter, it has got a couple of features like a large pre-filter chamber, it has got a self-priming mechanism, and yes, they come with 2 years of warranty in India. And fortunately we have all the spare parts available in India for this filter to take care after the warranty period as well. And if I have to quickly go through some of the facts that's written on this box, is that the total capacity of this filter is about 16 liters. I'm talking about the total capacity of the filter chamber with water and media and trays, everything put together. And the Ultramax 2000 comes with very large 5 trays in it to put the biological media or sponge or whatnot. And of course they have written 2000 per hour as the flow rate, but not only Aquael or Oyaza or Sunsun or any brand, if they are telling you that the flow rate is 2000 liter per hour, probably you can take about 1300 to 1400 per hour after putting in the medias and connecting the pipes and everything. So always whatever is written on the box, you can take half plus a buffer to get the actual flow rate in the aquarium through the filter. This Aquael 2000 is actually a very efficient filter, power efficient filter, which runs at about 24 watts. And the hose diameter, to say, the 2000 model comes at 19/25 hose, 1500 comes at 16/22, and I can see that the Ultramax 1000 also houses a 16/22 hose pipe. And yeah, so let's quickly get on to the machine and see the build and the features and the accessories and whatnot. Let's go ahead. So here we have the Aquael 2000, the actual canister filter itself. So the first impression is that the build quality is awesome, the plastic used is superb, and couple of things I can note is that the in and out heads are different heads and it's not connected together, which means if you have to take out only the in or the out knobs, you can do that separately. You might be knowing some of the brands provide interconnected knobs which you'll have to take off together if you have to remove one, but Aquael Ultramax comes with a totally independent knobs for in and out. Then another thing is the priming knob is placed out here on top, and this is what makes this filter a superstar, which is nothing but the pre-filter chamber. Let's go ahead and look at that. So for those who do not know what is a pre-filter chamber, is that before the water enters the main canister filter, the main chamber of the canister filter, you have a small chamber with a coarse sponge which actually captures or collects all the larger debris, right? So what is the advantage of having a pre-filter in any canister filter? So for any canister filter, to make sure its life longevity, what we have to ensure is that we don't open and close the canister filter very often. And also it's a pretty difficult task for if you have to take out all the filter media to get rid of the larger debris, right, every time. So pre-filter chamber is a lifesaver for that. In a pre-filter chamber, like I said earlier, the water enters the chamber first before entering the filter, which means for your regular maintenance, all that you have to do is open the pre-filter chamber and take out the coarse sponge and rinse it off and put it back. And the main filter maintenance can be done at a later frequency or a larger frequency, right? So let's go ahead and look at the pre-filter chamber of Aquael Ultramax 2000. In Aquael Ultramax, you have two sets of closing knobs that comes along. Right now I am opening the first set on the three sides. So once you open the three sides, you can open the pre-filter chamber right here. So a bit different from Oaza, Aquael has provided a pre-filter chamber which is of a rectangular shape and doesn't go inside like the cylindrical shape that you get in Oaza. Here you have a chamber which can be easily opened, and you can take out this large pre-filter cabinet, and you have a very large coarse filter sponge out there. So all that you have to do is take out this and rinse it off and put it back, and you are done with your regular maintenance. And actually the way it works is the water enters through this hole to this chamber, and the water fills up and exits through this small exit into the canister filter, and that's how they have designed the pre-filter chamber. Let's put this back, and I'm just going ahead opening the second set of sealing. All the plastic feels really robust, and once you open, you can actually use this handle to take off the head. Now before I forget, I want to tell you something very important about Aquael Ultramax filter that is available in India now. If you go online and check reviews or check forums and the conversations around Aquael Ultramax outside of India, you can notice that in 2019 and probably early 2020, the Ultramax series had a little bit of complaint, right? So that's about airlocking, and few of the units were not able to pump water properly. And Aquael, being a very good company from Poland, they solved the issue by shipping new heads or impellers all over the world. But they came up with a version 2 of impeller and a head. So how do we know whether the head and the impeller that we have got is new? So it's very simple. The version 1 head and the version 2 head internally looks very different. And also if you open up the impeller, version 1 impeller had 5 wings. And version 2 has 6 wings, and version 2 has solved all the problems version 1 had. Fortunately, all the models that we have today available in India are of version 2, so I don't expect us to have any issues, any such issues like airlocking or filter not getting pumped. Now once we put aside this head, if you see the design of the canister, it's very straightforward and simple. This shape, and you have got the trace out here, and you can see a kind of piping which is given through the trace up to the bottom of the filter. This design has got a very good peculiarity and a feature which I'll be explaining in a while. So let me take off this trays and let's check how many trays are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5. So we have 5 pretty large chambers that Aquael is providing, and I can say that this particular Ultramax 2000 can actually house about 6.5 kilos of chicken matrix, which is somewhere near to FX6 Flual FX6 capacity, and we have actually tested it out. And if you see the build quality of this plastic, like explained in many other YouTube channels, is that it's really robust, but it gives a flexibility. The advantage of any biomedia chamber that has got a flexible tray is that you can house any size or any brand or any kind of media, and it does not restrict the volume or the kind of media, which is pretty good, right? So it can house probably easily CK Matrix, or if you want to switch to Biohome Ultimate, that also can be housed inside this. So the plastic is robust and flexible. Now out of the box, they give us ceramic rings. I also feel this looks very similar to what Fluval supplies out of the box. So you have ceramic rings, and you have couple of sponges and a couple of trays. They provide the filter floss. As you all might be knowing, in any canister filter, most of us do not actually go with the out of the box given filter media. We can fill it up with whatever media we want and whatever kind of setup we feel is right for our tank. And what I liked about Aquael is that though they have got their own set of biomedias, they are not promoting it through their filters. What I mean to say is, if you read their box, they say it's a flexible canister filter which is built to design to house any kind of media. They are not saying that to get the ultimate efficiency of the canister we have to use their own media, which is a pretty good thing, right? Nothing much about this filter trays. It's pretty robust, a large housing. Let me put these bags. So currently I can put it back as a whole because there is no media, but once you fill up the media, you will have to house it one by one. So I am closing it now. I will again show you after closing. Right now, through this center part and the pipe is where the water enters the canister filter to the bottom, and it goes through the different trays and medias and before getting sucked up. Now there's a very peculiar and very interesting feature that this design provides. It's that you can put back this head in any which direction you want. See, I can close it this way. This particular design allows us to close this filter head in any direction that we want, and for me it's really a blessing, because often I forget which direction I have put the tray and which direction I have to house the head. If you see, many of the brands provide a design wherein you have to put back the trays and the head in a particular manner. In Aquael, you don't have to worry about that. Put the trays in the manner you want, and the head will accommodate in any which direction you want to close it. Now I am going to close this filter back. To close the filter, what you have to do is, first, to secure the head, please seal the first set of knots and go ahead and close the second set. And as you can notice from the noise, these knobs are pretty strong. So that's about the filter itself, and let me kind of take you through the accessories now. So out of the box, the first thing that you can obviously notice is that the in and out knobs. So one thing to notice is that you cannot change these knobs, or these knobs are not interchangeable, meaning the in one is for in and out is for out. That's how the design is. And you also have a flow control mechanism incorporated into this. And few other accessories, let me quickly take you through. This is how their intake stuff looks like a kind of a brush, and they are also providing a fiber kind of a lily pipe sort of connection with that. And the tubes, thanks to Aquael, they are providing sort of clear tubes out of the box with this. And talking about the outlet design, Aquael is providing us with two options. Obviously the connectable rain hose is also there, and you also have the python coming out of the box. As you know, for nature aquariums and most of the fish hobbyists nowadays prefer a python sort of an outlet. That's also included inside the box. So guys, overall Aquael Ultramax series seems to be a new superstar into a canister filter zone, right? Because it's definitely going to make Oaza run for its money because of the pricing that they have introduced in India. And talking about the build quality and features, they can obviously give a great challenge to us. And many of its models are actually comparable with Fluval as well. So I think Aquael canisters coming to India is actually a very good thing for hobbyists. And I have personally used many canister filters in my gallery and at my home, including Oaza. But I'm super excited to use this. And we have also got pretty good reviews from the customers who have already brought Aquael 1000, 1500 and 2000. Let me also tell you a little secret about priming this canister filter. So talking about priming this canister filter, it's a pretty interesting fact, right? So I have noticed many of my customers and also myself initially trying to prime it by filling up the water full and taking this knob off and digging through this for a lot of time and all those circles. But actually if you go through the manual, they have very clearly provided us with the easiest way to prime it. First of all, do not fill this canister filter with water before priming. You can just fill it up with the media, close it, connect all the knobs and pipes and fit it wherever you want. Then all that you need to do is to lift this priming knob up and tilt the canister 30 degrees to your left and to my right. So lift this canister filter and tilt it 30 degrees, wait for a minute, priming is done, plug the power and switch the power on. So remember, while priming Aquael Ultramax series, you must not connect the power. So on another question that we might frequently ask about any filter is that does it house UV light? So Aquael Ultramax series does not come with a UV light because probably 10 to 20% of us will be using UV lights, right? Now there is a good thing which Aquael has done. So Aquael also has many products, right? Air pumps, air stones. They also have all sort of products, and one such product that they have is their own UV light. So in case you want to house a ultraviolet light to this filter, what you can do is you can give that inline. Inline meaning you can connect actually their UV light series to the intake or outtake of the filter. That's a pretty good thing. So friends, thanks a lot for being with us today. We will be coming up with more product reviews, unboxing, feature explanations, and we will also try to give you as much as information as possible, unbiased about most of the brands and products, so that tomorrow when you make a purchasing decision, you do that with utmost information in hand. And we also will bring our own customer reviews and recommendations, pros and cons about different products. See you next time, and until then, bye bye.